Before you skip this, ask yourself one question. Why does life feel so loud, yet so empty? You're busy, always moving, always responding, always carrying pressure you never asked for. Your phone never stops. Your thoughts never rest. Your heart never settles. Everyone has advice. Everyone has expectations. Everyone has opinions. But none of it gives direction. You wake up tired, not from work, but from noise, from comparisons, from deadlines, from trying to become someone the world keeps demanding. And the strange part, you're not failing, you're just lost in sound. Because when direction disappears, pressure takes over. And pressure doesn't scream, it slowly suffocates purpose. But here's the truth no one tells you. The answer isn't more motivation. It isn't escaping life. It isn't running faster. The answer has been waiting, quietly, unchanged, undistracted, unmoved by trends. The Quran was never part of the noise. It doesn't shout for attention. It doesn't compete with the world. It waits until the heart is ready to listen again. If life feels unclear right now, if pressure is controlling your choices, if you feel busy but disconnected, I wanted to let you know that this message reached you for a reason. Stay, because in the next few moments, everything you've been running from will finally start making sense. We live in the loudest time in human history. Noise everywhere, voices everywhere, opinions everywhere. From the moment you wake up, something is demanding your attention. Messages, deadlines, expectations, comparisons. Your mind never rests. Your heart never settles. You are not weak. You are overwhelmed. Pressure doesn't always come from problems. Sometimes it comes from too much input. Everyone tells you how to live, what to chase, who to become, what success should look like. And slowly, without realizing it, direction disappears. You are busy but unsure, active but disconnected, surrounded yet internally alone. This is what it means to be lost in noise. Pressure without purpose. Pressure is not always visible. Sometimes it looks like responsibility. Sometimes it looks like ambition. Sometimes it looks like expectations placed on you by others and by yourself. You try to keep up. You try to perform. You try to appear strong. But inside, questions begin to rise. Why does everything feel rushed? Why do I feel behind even when I'm moving? Why does success feel empty? Because pressure without purpose drains the soul. Allah did not create the human heart to live without direction. And when direction is missing, even good things become heavy. This is why achievements don't always bring peace. This is why progress doesn't always feel fulfilling. You are not meant to run endlessly. You are meant to walk with guidance. When the soul gets ignored. The world teaches you to feed everything except the soul. Feed the body, feed the ego, feed the image, feed the future. But the soul is left starving. And a starving soul does not scream, it whispers. Through restlessness, through distraction, through dissatisfaction. You try to silence it with noise, but silence is exactly what reveals the problem. Allah created the soul with a direction built into it, and when it is ignored, confusion becomes unavoidable. This is not failure, this is misalignment, and misalignment always requires realignment, not escape. A voice above the noise. The Quran does not compete with noise. It rises above it. It does not shout. It does not rush. It does not overwhelm. It speaks with certainty. When everything around you pulls you in different directions, the Quran pulls you back to one, back to Allah, back to purpose, back to balance. The Quran reminds you what truly matters, what can wait, what is temporary, what is eternal. It gives structure to the heart. It gives clarity to the mind, not by adding more pressure, but by removing what never belonged there. This is why the Quran restores direction, because it reconnects you to your origin. How direction is restored. Direction is now found by moving faster. It is found by moving correctly. The Quran teaches you when to act, when to wait, when to trust, when to let go. It redefines success. It redefines patience. It redefines strength. You stop chasing everything. You start choosing wisely. Pressure loses its grip because purpose takes control. You no longer measure life by speed, but by alignment with Allah. This is what peace looks like. Not silence around you, but certainty within you. Returning to stillness and truth. Stillness is not emptiness. It is clarity. When you sit with the Quran, the world slows down. Not because it changes, but because you do. Your priorities rearrange. Your fears lose authority. Your heart regains direction. Allah's words were never meant to be background sound. They are meant to be guidance, and guidance changes everything. If you feel lost in noise, if pressure is controlling your decisions, if life feels busy but unclear, this is your sign. Not to escape life, not to abandon responsibility, but to return to direction. The Quran is not distant. It is not outdated. It is not complicated. It is waiting. Waiting for you to open it with sincerity. Waiting for you to slow down long enough to listen. Turn down the noise. Open the Quran. Let direction return. Because when Allah's words lead your life, pressure loses its power and purpose takes its place. When the noise finally fades, you realize something important. Life didn't lose direction, you did. Not because you were weak, but because the world was loud. Pressure came from every side. Expectations pulled you apart. Voices told you who to be, what to chase, how fast to move. And somewhere along the way, your heart stopped listening. The Quran was never part of the noise. It didn't compete. It waited. It waited for the moment you would slow down, for the moment you would stop running, for the moment you would listen again. Because guidance does not shout, it settles. The Quran doesn't remove responsibility, it restores balance. It doesn't promise an easy path, it gives a clear one. And when direction returns, pressure loses its control. If this message reached you now, this is not random. This is your moment to step out of the noise, to return to stillness, to return to clarity, to return to Allah's words. Open the Quran today, not quickly, not mechanically, not for anyone else, but sincerely. Even one verse, even one moment. Because when Allah's words lead your life, nothing else needs to. Turn down the noise. Open the Quran. Let direction return.